Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial about leads and mixing part of the lead. I'm Max, and aka Xense, and yeah, today I'm gonna show you how to get your leads powerful in your mixdown with my own techniques. Of course, there is many ways to get your leads really powerful and big, but this is my techniques. So let's have a listen first of a lead. So yeah, that's the lead sound. So I have 4 chords lead and 4 top lead. So basically this. And this. So yeah, I can show you first the mixing of the processing of the chord lead. So what I do, I put them in the insert, I EQ them, low cut and simple high hand boosting, you know, for every lead. And then I send them to one insert. I send them to a group or a bus, whatever. I right click and route to restock only. And then I add some plugins on it. I EQ, you know, simple low cut and high cut, and some mid boosting, high boosting, and high end. I like to boosting the mid section for more resonance to your lead. Of course, you don't have to do it. That's more a taste thing. Then I have this plugin called FabFilter Saturn. It's pretty good. I use it on all my leads. Every time I do new leads and shit, I just use this plugin. Really good. Basically, it adds saturation on your sound, and Hardstyle is all about that. It's all about saturation and distortion. Even on my claps and snare, sometimes I add distortion and saturation. So what I do, I go to mastering and hip hop puncher. Then I just mess around with it. You know, here I'm +3, here I'm +2, and here +7. I really like to add saturation on the high frequencies, because it adds really this bright effect, and I really like it. Then I add the S1 from Waves. Pretty good for your stereo. There is many way to work your stereo, but this is one of my technique, you know. And I just play with a fader here and I see what it sounds like. That's it. but again, you don't have to use it either. There's many ways to work your stereo. You can find tutorial on YouTube and manually. Then I add this EQ because, as I said, I really like resonance on leads. I can show you how it sounds like without and with. So without, it sounds like this. So it sounds pretty static in my opinion. I really want them to be fresh and big. So this is why I add this. So yeah, that's it. Be careful to don't boost the low section because it's useless and really stupid because yeah, the kick gonna take care of the low frequencies on your track. So yeah, and maybe a sub like this. So yeah, let's go back. So yeah, just some boosting. And some compression at the end. Also be careful, compress always at the end, because if you put your compressor at first, it will only compress the sound and not the effect. So yeah, always compressing at the end. Some simple settings, threshold around 14, ratio 1:2, a lot of attack and no release. Yeah, that's it for the processing of the chord hits. So, as I said, you have this insert, just send it to the group, go to this track only, and you put your effect on it. Same for the top leads. As I said again, go to this track only, to one insert. So the top leads, it's the same processing, kinda. It's as I said, it adds some slight change, but yeah. So mid boosting, high boosting, high end, high cut and low cut. Simple as that. Same again for the Saturn, mastering and hip hop puncher. And then you just mess around with it, and mostly with this one, because high frequencies on the leads are really important in my opinion. So this is the most how I can say it, like it's the most important one. Stereo tools, really great plugin. I use it a lot because you can control if you have phase and anti-phase. But yeah, as I said, there is many ways to do your stereo. And again, the same EQ as the chord leads, boosting like this. And compression. Threshold 110, ratio 1:2, a lot of attack and no release. So yeah, this is the processing of the leads, basically. Then I take care of the volume of the leads. The top lead's gonna be around 9, and the chords around 10. I want my chord a bit more in the background. The main melody and the main synth should be, foreground, And then I add reverb and delay to this. So I have my first chord here, and I want delay and reverb. So I take the send here, and I just add volume to it. And on the send I add my reverb and delay. So I use the alarm really great reverb in my opinion. Yeah, some simple settings, mix to the max, depth to the max, pre-delay. I did this because the melody is in triplets, so the pre-delay should be sync with the melody. If you want to know that, there's the website on internet. You just type on Google or whatever, reverb calculator, and basically the website gonna ask you the BPM of your track, and so for Hardstyle music it's mostly 1 and 50, and then it will send you some settings for your reverb and delay. I think, I'm not sure, but I think too. So yeah, this is why I did add this one. The pre-delay, it's basically when you're it will the reverb gonna come a bit later as your top lead. Let me explain better. You can hear that the reverb is coming a bit more later than the lead. The lead is playing and then the reverb. So your lead still clean when it's playing with this big reverb, you know. DK around 6, it's mostly around 5, 6. You have to choose. It's mostly a taste thing again. Then I cut a lot my reverb because I don't like high frequencies on my reverb, and as I said, deep to the max. I add compression with my reverb, so I can have more control with my reverb. So threshold around 27, attack around 7, release in the middle, ratio around 2, and makeup around 4. But you have to choose the perfect spot. Like for example, if I do this, there is no reverb anymore basically, and if I add too much, so you know, you just have to mess around and see what is the perfect spot for you. You can do the same with the makeup here. So yeah, just mess around with them and there is no problem. And EQing, but this is pretty useless because you already did EQ your reverb inside the alarm, so yeah, not that useful. And then delay on another send. I know that a lot of producers don't use delay on send. They actually use it on the actual group of the leads, but I prefer to use it as a send, so I have more control, you know. Yeah, I use a replica from Native Instruments. Really great delay. This is probably the best delay I ever tried. So the setting is triplets because the melody is in triplets again. Mix to the max, feedback around 70. I cut 12,000 and 300 for the low cuts, and no saturation. I don't like saturation on delay, but that's of course a taste thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I do too, I add some plugins to the master. It's a pre-master basically. I use the Oxford Inflator, and this is the best plugin I used for stereo. I know that Wildstylez use it, and Audio-Tricks and Atmospheres, I think. I don't. I think Audio-Tricks and Atmospheres use bass control. I think it's doing the same job as the digital. Yeah, it's called bass digital VQ, but there is bass control. So yeah, what I do, I use the mono maker here and the stereo wave. The mono maker, I put it in 1 and 50. So the frequencies under 1 and 50 gonna be mono, and above 1 and 50 gonna be stereo. Pretty useful for a big sound system and for your mixdown. Stereo wise, I add it on 1 and 20, but again, it's tasting. You can put more, but if you put more, be careful with your antiphase and blah blah blah, you know. So just 1 and 20 is useful, and you don't need more, in my opinion. And you will hear the difference. It will sound way more wide and pretty bigger, you know. I don't need this because I use the bass digital. And PukeTech from Waves, really great plugin. I also saw a video of Audio-Tricks using this plugin, so I wanted to try it, just to see what it does to your mix. Basically, this section will take care of the low frequencies, so I just put them on 0 because I have enough low frequencies in my track. And this section takes care of the high frequencies. As I said, Leon from Audio-Tricks, they said that it will sound more fresh on your high frequencies. So yeah, that's the settings. If you want to copy it, you can also find the wave pencil and shit on internet. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really sorry for the late. I wanted to post the tutorial a bit more earlier, but yeah, it didn't work out really well. So yeah, if you didn't understand something, just contact me on my profile on Facebook, personal, please, and yeah, I will of course answer to you if you want more explanation or more tips for your tracks. I think I'm gonna start a Discord server in the future, so maybe I can help you a bit more. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy it. I think I'm gonna do it more often. So let me know what do you want to learn in the next tutorial. So yeah, have a great evening, everyone, and see you next time.